血塗られてゆくなんて生ぬるい風とぐろ巻いたらそれが多分合図
Walking in front of the door and messing around with the heavy lock. If you saw us, I had nothing to say. Don't tell anyone that you saw us trying to break into the storage. What do you mean? Are you trying to rob this place? I asked him in surprise as he was talking about it like it's nothing. Hey, don't treat us like we're thieves. We weren't trying to take anything from this place. Then why were you trying to open that lock? This is a forbidden storage with extra tools inside, right? That's better. Only a few chosen people from the Bermudan family are allowed to enter here. For some reason that voice is hurting my... I take a few steps towards and take a good look at the building. It was built in the dark, quiet area, and as they intentionally built it here to keep it secret, I can tell by the look at this place it's rarely opened. The strong structure in the building itself almost scares me. This is indeed an unusual building. You know, this is a sacred storage. There's still festive tools in here. You think of this place that shrines festive tools. I've heard that Rika is using the ceremonies in here too. Of course, no other members than the Fander's Crude family are allowed in here because they can breathe filth inside. Yeah, I'm sure disturbing the sacred tool shed is going to absolutely in no way bring about the curse upon you. This is a holy place. Remember, Takano and Tomatake were the ones that died last time. It sounds like they'll get into huge trouble if they sneak up in there. Takano has a mischievous but cruel smile on her face. I told you that I've been researching the traditions and history of Hidden Zawa, right? The answers to a lot of my questions are in this place. I've been waiting for a chance to get in here for a long time. In fact, everyone's attention is all the ceremony right now. This is a great chance for her. Let me see, why does Takano want to get inside again? I don't remember. It'll come to me when Soberphonius wakes from his drunken stupor and reclaims his rightful control of this body. I still didn't know that Take just... Mine in bed makes me tired. Come on now, she's forcing me to do this. I'm sorry I dragged you out here. This was all possible because of you. I really appreciate your help. Good grief. I wonder what the recording would sound like if I stuck this microphone in my mouth. I somehow think That would not be a good idea. So, good grief, is this going to be the last time? Okay, I really don't feel comfortable sneaking into a place like this. Hee hee, you're such a nice person. Unlike me, I am an evil person. Click. Tomataki takes the lock and puts it on the side. It's open. Thank you, this is it. Takedo swallows excitedly, pushes open the heavy door. I smell a strong smell of sex of mold from the crack of the door. I don't believe in the curse, but I could believe it now in this situation. I feel like I'll be punished for entering a holy place like this without permission. Epic foreshadowing, this is epic foreshadowing, do. Damn, what was that from? Alright, Final Fantasy IV. Like or hate Final Fantasy, it has fucking great music. So, since you guys are in on this with us, do you want to come in here and take a tour? That's odd. Shouldn't the alcohol dissolve all the mucus in my throat? That's very odd. It's because of the hydropolar end and the dispersion force end of the ethanol that it allows it to dissolve proteins like... Well, proteins are soluble. I'm not sure about the chemical structure of mucus. In fact, I think I'm going to look it up. Well, I just learned an interesting thing about the mucin protein structure, which I won't share for you because that would be boring. Tonight is our early chance, to have sex in the tool shed. It's not like we're in on this with you guys. Isn't it interesting? Let's go inside and see what's in there. Fionn grabs my arm and asks me as I expected. But this is so wrong. Having a foursome in such a sacred tool. I think I've been overusing that joke. This is a sacred storage, right? You said it's a holy place. I think it's a bad idea to go inside. I'm from the Sonozaki family, so I have a good idea of what's stored inside here. But I really want you to see something. You want me to see something? I think she's just saying me to get inside, but her eyes are so serious. She's the type of person who can lie with a serious face. I know it's wrong, but I'm also a typical boy. What does that even mean? That you have a penis? Ugh. My curiosity is actually stronger than others. I don't have many chances like this to see forbidden treasures like this. I actually do want to see them, but it's so wrong to enter a place that was locked. A locked place. It's wrong to enter. Open, fine, trespass and steal all the stuff you want. But if it's locked, oh no. If nothing interests you, you can just leave right away. But I'm sure you'll be... Okay. I'm definitely going for way too long. I'll be spending the whole night compiling these videos. Oh, not too well. Tomataki sits on the steps and have a smoke while Shion and I argue. I'll stay here and make sure no one comes in here. You should go inside. I'm not that interested in it. What? I thought he goes inside. After all, he... Ha ha ha, he laughs in a mean way. I guess he doesn't mean any harm though. Wait, are those dog tags on him? Yeah. Do you know what's in here, Tomitake? Yep. Takano told me everything about it. Too bad you have to deal with that special hobby. She smiles wearily as I reply. Takano seems like a scary person who will do anything to pursue what she wants to do. In contrast, Tomitake is a very normal person. I feel less guilty now that Tomitake is telling me to go see it. Just a little bit then. I'm coming out, it's not interesting. Oh, there you go. Shion winks and being a little like Neon. Well, it's gonna be interesting, alright. You made up your mind? But will you be okay knowing after you know? Let's go then. Jiro, please stay here and make sure no one comes here. He waves at us without a word. Okay, stop knocking it. Make a crop. There we go. It's really dark inside, but oops! It's really dark inside, but as soon as Shion turns the light, I realize how small the first room is. It's so dark! Be careful not to fall! Thank you for your concern. We're going in now. I'm closing the door. So she's leaving without purpose. Good grief. Have fun, you guys. As soon as the heavy door closes, we are surrounded by a quiet darkness. All we can rely on is Takano's lantern. Don't reckon. I swear, Harry. It's not going off. I guess she's still missing it. Feel embarrassed and turn around. I see another heavy decorated door ahead of us. It looks like it hides all the secret treasures. Isn't it interesting that there are two separate rooms in the storage? I think they're built like this so no one can see the tools from the outside. Takano seems to be impressed with the architectural design of this place. Anyway, it's so dark in here. Huh? I see an electric breaker with exposed wires on the wall. Hey, isn't this breaker for the lights? As soon as I turn the big switch on, the dark room gets lit up by an old dim light. We squint at the sun brightness. No. Shion hits my head and turns the switch off. Hear another clicking noise when we're back to the darkness. Ouch. You can't do that. Oh, scary face. We're sneaking in here, remember? If we turn on the light, someone might see us. Shion gets mad at me with a fierce look. She's worried someone might have seen us turning the lights on. It should be fine. It was just for a moment. Takano is so calm. He might be thinking that she can get away with this even if somebody sees us. Well, let's go inside. Let's open this door. There. She opens the heavy door and I smell a dusty, foul smell. It's like the smell of a pantry that wasn't opened in years, and the smell of a fish market mixed together. I don't know exactly how to describe this, but it's a bad smell. According to the echo in the room, I can tell that this one's much bigger than the room we were just in. When Takano pulls up her lantern, I clearly see how big the room is. Wow. At the very end of the wall is a statue of some kind of god staring down at the intruders. The way it's lit by the lantern gives it a strong appearance, and it scares me. That's the garden of Hinazawa, or Yashiro. This is so much gorgeous than the one inside the shrine. Or Yashiro. This is the garden of Hinazawa. This is the one this is what's giving the punishment to people who tried to destroy the sacred village by constructing a dam. There are more tools stored in here than I ever expected. But I'm disappointed. They're not really maintained well. Too bad they're not in good condition. There are weird tools stored all over the room, and I can clearly see it with the small light of the lantern. Oh, it's going quiet now, but now my head's hurting again. Takano was staring around the room with dreamy eyes. Not many things are artistic. Come on, immature bait. For they look more like something like carpenter tools. Pieces of wood and metal equipment are filling up the room. I don't mean to be rude, and everything looks very boring. I was expecting something more like art from the Hayden period. These are far from natural treasures. Takano quickly sees the boredom on my face. Oh, are you not impressed? I'm not really an artistic person. I'm not a really artistic person. I don't really value these things. Hee. I guess you're not realizing. Can't help it though. Takano pulls out a scrapbook from the paper bag she's been carrying. Let me tell you an old tale, Keiichi. This is a traditional story from this area. If you go to the library, you'll see that this story is one of the recommended goods for the Board of Education. Feels as if it's a horror story. She was there with a cool face. If it was Neon, she would tease me around as soon as she found out I was scared. I have to be tough and act normal. Are you ready? I'm going to read the story now. Blah blah blah. Long time ago in a heart there was a swamp. The swamp was deep, endless swamp. It was connected to the world of demons underneath. The swamp was said to be deeper than the ocean, and it would take you to the end of the world if you fell in it. It's what we call the Onigafuchi. Huh? I think I heard about that story yesterday. Was it the same swamp? The story about Himisawa. You're smart, that's right. It used to be called Onigafuchi Village at the time. Onigafuchi Village. It sounds like a mysterious name. I think so too. It changed in the Meiji period because it sounded too creepy. I think you probably know this, but Oni is like a Japanese demon, or more like an ogre. But it's... well, that's the thing. The demons in the yokai spirits are technically demons, but they're not really same way that Westerners consider demons. Anyway, the name of the swamp is connected to the world of a demon was called Onigafuchi. Wait, that says Onigabuchi! What? Fuck you, translator. Oh, come on, the B key is not that close to the F key. How did you get that? And the name of the village was also Onigafuchi, the original name of the people of this village was worshipping the swamp that was connected to the world of the demons, hell. But one day, the demons came up to the land. Hell overflowed into the land. The villagers were frightened. The demons attacked the villagers ferociously. All they could do was to be scared. They just hid and shook in fear. So did someone take down the demons? Unfortunately, there are no supermen or heroes in this story. Did the villagers get together and fight them? No way. They had no strategies or power to fight against them. But they had no choice to leave the village. That wasn't possible either. The village was too important for them. They couldn't get to leave the village and just because the demons were there. But what did they do? They couldn't fight or leave. They had no choice but to be killed. The whole village was in devastation. That's when the god, Oyashiro, appeared to them. I see. So Oyashiro came from the heaven and killed the demons. No, he didn't. You're such a typical boy. You think all the problems have to be solved violently. All the problems are solved with sex. I feel embarrassed, so I go quiet. You know, Oyashiro was not a violent god like that. He was very nice and full of mercy. The power of Oyashiro was incomparable to the demons. The demons just protested themselves before him. Higurashi told them to go back to their own world, but the demons cried and told them they couldn't go home. They had strict rules in their world. Those demons were expelled from their world. Those demons had no place to go, either in hell or this world. It was a horrible thing that those demons attacked the villagers. They deeply regretted that. Eventually, the villagers started feeling sympathetic towards them. They had a discussion and decided to let the demons live in the village. I've heard of stories where they kill or kick out the demons. That's interesting. They decided to coexist? I agree. The demons are a symbol of evil. It's weird that they decided to live here with them. The demons were moved and cried when they heard the villagers. Cry of existence. The villagers provided the demon with a place to live. In return, the demons gave various powers and special magic to the people in the village. Higurashi was glad to see them helping out each other. In order for the people and demons to coexist without differences, Higurashi turned the demons' appearances to those of humans. He also decided to stay in this world and look after the two species. Humans, demons, and God lived together in this village. I thought the demons were representative of evil that needed to be killed. It's a rare story that humans and demons found a way to live together. It's an interesting story. That would be the end of the story if this is a typical folk tale. But they added more to the story in the Edo period. It became a really long story. Eventually the blood of humans and demons got mixed together, and there were no more differences. So the existence of the demons blended in and disappeared into the village. No, it didn't disappear. They remained as half-demons. The humans with special knowledge and magical power of the demons were called otherworldly men. They knew that the power they had was special, and they lived quietly in the mountains while the people of the village worshipped them. Oh man. Fictional stories were based on this story. The story is like the base of basics, you know? What do you mean by that? The villagers inherited the blood of demons. All the stories and legends in this village are based on the belief that the people in this village have demon blood inside of them. Shion seems like she's having fun talking about this. I guess she's not trying to say that she... I wonder if there's anything that could prove that. Perhaps some historical blah blah blah. Do you think that it's really true if you move up together? It's not like I don't believe it. Demons are usually from hell, but I think it's in nature stories. Demons don't always come from hell. A lot of times, people from foreign countries were mistaken as demons. People from a Western country landed in Japan. People called them demons because they looked so different. Unlike Asians, Western people have bigger bodies, different facial features, and skin colors, and bigger penises. When people were referring to foreigners, when they were talking about the red blue demon, yeah, they're definitely talking about Oni. But people with lighter skin turn red when they get tanned. Pale veins and white skin, they look blue. Foreigners who drifted to this country were called demons and they were attacked. Then making the walls to protect themselves and robbed the village for food. What do you think of that theory? Is it too childish? Seems like they are laughing at my theory. However, Takino is not laughing. I think that's one possibility. In fact, there are some people who believe that theory. But no one knows the truth. Except for me. I know the truth. I know the truth. Nobody knows whether those demons were foreigners or something that really came from hell. What is your belief, Takano? I want to believe the exciting story. That's more interesting, isn't it? She surprises me with her romantic answer. I thought she was a realistic person. Anyway, the story is getting more interesting. Shion looks around as if conscious of someone or something. I look around to see if there's anything special. What's wrong, Shion? It's nothing. I know what's going on. She acts like nothing's going on. Talks to her, clears her throat and starts talking. I told you that half of the village is inherited deep blood of demons, right? Well, it's told that that blood is the blood of a man-eating demons. Man-eating demons? It sounds frightening. People in this village still have that blood inside their veins. And sometimes the demon inside of them is revealed. I thought this was a happy ending story, but it quickly turns into a bloody, horrific story. Since they are man-eating demons, they go through a time where they crave human flesh. They can't just eat each other in a village. That's why they went down to a different village and demoned people away. What is demoned away? Basically, demons kidnap people. People from Higurashi went to the other village and forcibly kidnapped people doing sacrifices. They lost their actuality as humans and literally turned into demons. When they attacked them, they excluded them. I know what really happened. That's no different to real demons. What happened to Oyashiro? I thought he'd stay in the village to look after them. Oyashiro gave them approval to do so. They only took the people their god selected. Most of the time they only kidnapped 1 or 2 people. A village where human and non-human live together. It seemed like a heartwarming episode, but in reality, it was a story of tragedy. The night they kidnapped the sacrifice, they performed the ceremony of Watanishi in order to enjoy their feast. Watanishi. That's tonight's festival. I can't relate to the scary stories of the fun festival we had tonight. I thought Watanishi was the festival to show respect to old Futon. Kei-chan, what do you think? What? Don't you know the other word to the meaning wata? It's organs. Shion breaks the silence. Wata? Yeah, that's right. We all call the organs of fish wata. Huh? A strange story I just heard of tonight's festival suddenly connect like pieces of a puzzle. Wataganishi, the organ dristing festival. The name of the festival sounds so horrifying now. Yes, just as you're imagining. Now the ceremony is only a summer festival, but it wasn't in the past. It was a vicious man-eating party they had on the night they kidnapped people. No way. There's no proof that she's wrong. However, I can only deny her. You just said that this festival is showing respect to the croutons. Do you know what a crouton filled with cotton represents? I'm guessing Alison Gross would tell me that a crouton filled with cotton is some sort of innuendo. A futon is nothing but a futon. It's something you sleep in. It's just a blanket. What other meaning can there be?